differentiation questions. So this is the 2026 mock paper, question 5 here. We're given some function g of x is equal to minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 6. And straight away what's jumping out at me here is this minus 2x squared fella here. And remember, if you remember from all your notes, if you have a negative x squared graph, that negative there, that fella there, well, that means negative, sad, down, whatever the case may be. So you're going to have an N-shaped graph. An N-shaped graph. I did the sad face there to help you remember that, but it's an N-shaped graph you're going to have. So N-shaped graph. Anyway, the first part we're asked to do here is quite simple. When the input is 3, what is the output? So when the input is 3, what is the output? So you're just subbing in for x, and you're trying to find out what the y value is when x is 3. So swapping in here, we've got, or just keep my blue star, we'll use the thing here, we're putting in 3. Everywhere with an x, we put in 3. Okay, so we have an x there, and we have an x there. Remember, that's minus 2x squared plus 4 times x plus 6. And we get, when we're doing that, that's 9 to minus 18 plus 12 is minus 6 plus 6. We actually get 0. So that is your answer. Done and dusted. I just want to remind you over in the left, you have found a coordinate pairing now. When x is 3, y is 0. Sometimes in other questions that could be important. Maybe it's important in this one. So use calculus to find the value of x, which gives the maximum value. So I was talking to you about this there the last day. I'm writing it on the board. So we have our original function here is minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 6. I told you step 1, differentiate, right? Step 1, differentiate, and you get minus 4x plus 4. So that's, if you like, step 1, differentiate. Now, I said then when you've differentiated, well, what you're after finding here is you're after finding what's known as the slope finder function. So you've found the slope finder function, and when you find the slope finder function, only 2 things can happen, right? Either you know the value of x on the graph and you sub it in and you find the slope, or you know the slope and you can find the value of x where that slope on the graph is. And that's what it's asking us in this question. It says use calculus to find the value of x. So where do we go from here? Well, where we go from here is basically you need to say, I was kind of saying it was step 2 here. Well, you should know at a turning point or a max or min point, at a max or a min point, the slope is equal to 0. Okay, you're supposed to know that. So quite simply there, we're just subbing in 0 for the slope, and we have to find out the value of x where the slope is 0. So I'm going to add 4x over here, add 4x here. That'll leave us with just the 4. Divide by 4 is 1. And so there is your answer. That's all you were asked to do. Find the value of x. Now currently as it stands, we don't know the coordinate of that maximum point. So that's 1 question mark there, because remember x comes before y. But if you were asked to find that y value, you'd sub the 1 back into the original function and you'd find out y, but you're not asked to do that, okay? You're not asked to do it. Now another thing we're asked to do is find where g of x cuts the x-axis. And I want to draw a little graph here very quickly. So we'll say that that's 1, we'll say that that's 2, we'll say that that's 3, we'll say that that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth, minus 1 over here, terrible looking graph. But the point is this: if anything cuts through a graph, watch this, if it cuts through a graph there and there, if it cuts through a graph here, the big thing is, look at all these points, 0, 8, look at this point here, 0, 5, where it cuts the x-axis, look at this point. Sorry, I've done that the wrong way around. It should be the other way around, so it should be 8, 0. Then look at this point here. Where does that graph cut the x-axis here? It's 6, 0. Where does it cut it here? It's 3, 0. Where does it cut it over here? it's minus 1, 0, what do you notice? Hopefully you spot that any line or curve, if it cuts through the x-axis, the value of y is 0. And of course you don't have to replicate this in an exam. All you have to do in the exam is cuts the x-axis, that means value of y is 0. Okay, so what we're going to do now, remember this, g of x is minus, what is the thing there? It's minus 2x squared plus 4x minus 6, or plus 6 up there, sorry. Just double check that again. Minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 6. Now, another name for g of x is, oh, not that far. Another name for g of x is y. Okay? So that's y is equal to minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 6. I didn't have to change that. I'm just showing you. And now, where it cuts the x-axis, the value of y is 0. So I'm going to sub in 0 for y. Right? I'm going to sub in 0 for y. Now I went through a long time to get through that. In an exam you'd need to be a bit quicker. Plus 4x plus 6. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to basically rearrange this. I'm going to add 2x squared. I'm going to take away 4x. I'm going to take away 6 is equal to 0. Now, you could have just rearranged it and then multiplied by minus 1. It's up to you. Then you were telling me in a question the last day, I said, is there any common factor? Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to find out the values of x where it cuts, so or x here. So we're going to get 3 here, factor pairs of 1 and 3. So I think you're going to get plus 1 minus 2, because plus 1 minus 3, because 1 minus 3 is minus 2. That'll give you the middle number. And plus 1 multiplied by minus 3 will give you minus 3, which is the end number. So that's right there. And so let me just fix that fella up a bit. That's x minus 3 there, of course. Going so quick. So now, one of these answers, or maybe both of them, have to be equal to 0. So what number here makes this equal to 0? Well, if x is minus 1, because minus 1 plus 1 gives me 0. And over here, what number will make this equal to 0? If x is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. So there's your two answers for x. And what are we asked to find? Find where g of x cuts the x-axis. So, where the graph cuts the x-axis is at x equals minus 1 and x equals 3. And that's it. You're not asked for, if I was asked for the coordinates will be minus 1, 0 and 3, 0, because you know that y is 0. And that's that part. Now we're going to draw the sketch of this graph. So we have the points. Minus 1, 0. We have the point 3, 0. We know that we have another point on this graph. We have 3, 0 up here. Oh, we already have that. Look at it. We know that it is at the maximum point occurs at 1. Well, now you see, that's the thing. We don't know how high up we're going. They only told us to find the value of x. So it's somewhere along there is the max point. I suppose I could have subbed it in, but one other thing I can do very quickly is this. So we had y is equal to minus 2x squared plus 4x plus 6. And the same